Oh, McMaster. Okay, where do I start? McMaster? What's this crap you said today? What's this? Like, this deck isn't even worthy. So mad. McMaster. Be a ghost. Poof. Okay, this is the Ghost Tarot. Okay. So McMaster said some things today about the Taliban and ISIS. Of course, so out of line. More of a distraction, not with America's success, and to criticize the current president of the United States, who was once the vice president, who has always wanted to get out. Oh man, I'm so mad at him right now. I am so mad at him. Okay, put that to the side. Tarot, what the F was he thinking? Show me McMaster. Four of Swords laying low. He has some intelligence. He knows something. He wants to lay low. Why do you want to lay low? Why do you not want anyone to be looking at you? Oh, this he does not want to see. What's that leading to? Oh. Up here, final outcome. And I'm going to do divine intervention. There we go. Well. Someone has a Two of Cups in agreement. He went out there trying to lay low because he has a bigger agreement. You know who had this when they showed up in Kabul? Moulton and Meyer. They showed up with the Two of Cups because they had an agreement. Because, oh, we have the Ace of Swords. It's a freaking op. It's a freaking op. To strike. Do another one with the... Okay, the Magician. The Magician, this is showing... Okay, oh my gosh, I'm so mad. The Magician card. Looking through all this stuff, especially those two that ended up in Kabul, the Magician, I think, is Saleh, President, Saleh. And the reason why Seth and whatever showed up in Kabul was because of the Two of Cups and the Two of Wands, a plan. Over here. The card, like right here, or in the first house, was the Magician with the no card. No Magician. Saleh shows up as a Magician. I was feeling like Seth and whatever in Kabul, their great adventure, showed up there as intel on the ground, trying to figure out what's going on. Because I think they're trying to get Saleh taken out. I could be wrong. We got to read on there too. So he says all that crap because he's trying to lay low because he's got an agreement. There's an op. I think that's against Saleh. McMaster is covered in, the devil. When I said horns were coming out of my head, that was like I can feel them. Reversed. But we all know, and I will tell you guys that the tarot throws that I've been doing, asking about whether or not Biden's trip to the UK back in May, June, was that planning for what was going to go down when we eventually get out of Afghanistan. And I got a great big yes. When Biden was in the UK last spring, he kept showing up as the devil. I'm like, why would my wonderful president show up as the devil? He's not the devil. But then I realized the devil, an addiction, it's something you cannot break free from. The devil could also be code, apps, identifying information. Biden was running around the UK, the G7, with the devil talking with our allies, I think, in my humble opinion, about what they were finding with code from like the ANOM apps, maybe those FBI encrypted apps, putting everything together. He's got this reversed. He is stuck to the devil, is attached to him. I think he got caught on an encrypted app. ANOM, it's the best app ever. No one's made anything like this before. Donald, he's got ANOM and EncroChat all over him all the time. He's such an idiot. I mean, tweeting from the toilet with an unencrypted phone. You think you're going to get tagged with something? What's McMaster's challenge? Oh. Upright, we have the justice card. Fairness, the scales of balance, and democracy. For Pootie, he's the justice because he's got that sword and he's going to come towards you and cut you all up, just like he's going to cut up democracy. It is Putin destroying democracy. The justice card is a Putin card for me. So his challenge is Putin trying to accomplish what Putin wants. I'm so mad at him. I need a drink. How are you guys doing? Okay. ANOM. Do I need to do a real quick refresher? ANOM. June 8th. Google it. This is the encrypted app that was made by the FBI by a guy who was a cooperating informant for 2 years. Made this app to sell to the black market for drug dealers, traffickers, smugglers worldwide. They launched these devices in Australia. Thousands and thousands of these devices around the world. And the encryption was that every time this person would send a text, a blind copy of that text was sent to a third country servers. So all in all, there were over 20 million texts that were sent. This is why we're having all these big, giant drug busts of tons of cocaine and fentanyl and all that stuff getting busted. It's going to take a long time to go through all these messages. This was launched in 2018. The FBI made this app, talked with a third country, said, we're sending you all these texts because we're not going to house it here because Don Julio finds out. So the third country was instructed, let us know the content of the text only if a life is in jeopardy, someone's going to get killed. And they saved like over 100 lives. I think the insurrection was on here, to be honest. So the contract with that third country ran out June 7th. That's why on June 8th, the DOJ had a press conference saying, hey, these are our search warrants. And then that's when everybody found out and everybody flipped out. So, McMaster, I was saying, and Donald, this app was used by the highest people in parliaments around the globe. It shows up all the time with Donald. And if Donald's using it and you're in his contact address book, you're going to get tagged just because you're a contact in his directory while he's doing stupid stuff. That's just Donald. I mean, Jared is using it. No, I think McMaster's targeted. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so we're back to McMaster. I'm sorry. So what's the basis of McMaster saying all this crap? The Chariot. Usually that means you're winning. You're rounding things up. He's a big loser. There's a big riot. Trying to throw things off the rails, or this is how his life is feeling right now with what's going on in Afghanistan. This is not what he wants. What's crowning McMaster? Okay, so I always read these cards wrong. This looks like a King of Pentacles. And usually that's like the Saudis footing the bill for stuff, the Qataris, or it's Donald who's broke. I have no money. So McMaster's broke on top of it, or someone breathing down his neck is broke. You better say this, because in the past, what did McMaster do? This assholio, the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands, you know, is speed, stealth, attack. Because of, I think, how things are going so quickly over in Afghanistan. The GOP really would like to slow this stuff down, and they can't. It's going so fast, so that's why he's talking. So I think this is what he didn't want people to see. The future, the 4 of Pentacles, 2, hang on, because he wants stability. 4 of Pentacles stability with these guys is not stability. This is like raping and taking what you want. Not asking questions. I'm just going to take all this and I'm going to sit on it. And if you think it's yours, it's mine. I'm taking it. This is something, I can't believe this is showing up with them. I'm so grossed out. And in the distant future leading to the King of Wands. The King of Wands upright. I'm not sure. MBS. I think this is a king of a leader of another nation that he's like worked something out. Tarot, how do we see McMaster talking? That's a tower moment. Mars strike force. Yes, that's going on in the ground. That is him trying to deflect the tower, reinvent the tower. It's upside down. There's a lot of suppression going on here. I think he's got a lot of indigestion. The environment with him is the World card. The World card. The world freaking spies descending upon Afghanistan because they want to protect the war in Afghanistan because they want their piece of the pie that they were guaranteed. His hope, talking like that today, was the 10 of Wands, his burdens, to ease his burdens, help get a different narrative out there, lessen how awful this is. It's a huge burden he has. He fears the Queen of Swords, the courts, a nation's laws. So his next steps, that is the Sun reversed, trying to hide their deal, their great big grand scheme deal in Afghanistan. They all want this so badly. So his next steps is trying to kind of, disguise the Sun. Maybe nobody will see what we're trying to do here. Final outcome for him. 6 of Swords. Transmitting a new story. I'm just going to take a step out of here. Don't mind me. But there's receipts. And the divine intervention working through all this is the 8 of Cups, the setup, going back to something. He's not going to be able to escape this. He thinks he's walking away. Maybe he will walk away from it, but with the way the nodes and everything is acting, we'll be back. We'll be back. We got a date. So that's what he was doing. How are you guys doing?